And when I was a kid, like 3, 4, 5 years old, I used to talk a lot. I was the type of kid that was not afraid to say anything at any time to anyone. And I was like that entering school, preschool, kindergarten, first and second grade. And then I remembered in third grade, I was the type of kid, again, I used to raise my hand to every question, even if I didn't have the answer. So anyways, long story short, I raised my hand in this class. I think it was either math or history or something like that. And the teacher went in on me. Like, she started cussing me out in class. It was crazy. I felt scared. I felt frozen. I didn't know what to do. And so I just sat there, like, just embarrassed out of my mind. And that teacher just shut me up. Little did I know that would be the beginning of me having the fear to speak up, to speak out, and to be that, and to have the same kind of freeness that I did when I was a younger kid. From that point on, I no longer was the same kid. I no longer was the same person. There was always a hesitation before I would go to raise my hand or to say anything. Matter of fact, it got so bad that I was even fearful of raising my hand just in front of 4 or 5 people. And that even continued on in adulthood. And some people that remember me when I was 17 and 18, you wouldn't think it, but I think there were other factors there too. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get a little help from, alcoholic beverages and other things too, you know what I mean, to make us a little bit more. And I think maybe that's why I did those things when I was a teenager, you know what I mean? So I would feel like I'm supposed to feel like I could just express myself. I could be me, but I didn't feel that way. And then so I just felt it. I just thought that it was real interesting how now when I look back, I could tell that I don't know what that teacher was going through, but she took it out on me. And I don't know what became of her. She was gone the next day. I didn't see her again. But it just made me reminded me of how the enemy will try to get you in your childhood. Think of any childhood trauma that you might have. That trauma, if it translates into your adulthood, could it be that thing is the very thing that God is going to use later to catapult you into your calling? What do I mean? Like for me, I had to get over my fear. I confronted it. And not only that, when I gave my life to God, He opened doors for me to confront it. And so I just surrendered. It was like, you put me wherever you want, and I'll say whatever you want. So since then, I don't know, I've preached anywhere from 50 to 100 sermons. I've spoken to classes over and over. Matter of fact, my last job was speaking in front of classrooms, teaching life skills and soft skills. And it's at the very core of what I do now. But here's the thing. If I would have never dealt with that situation, if I would have never dealt with that childhood trauma, yeah, it was bad. It was hard. There were times I got stuck. And God put me in front of, I signed with the record label. You know what I mean? I was doing music. I was doing concerts in front. One time I spoke, it was in front of 5,000 people. I gave a whole message, 45 minutes to an hour, in front of 5,000 people. Now that's not a humble brag. That's just telling you what happened. God put me in front of those people. I didn't do anything to deserve that. Matter of fact, I was the one stuck in fear. So just a reminder, deal with those childhood traumas, because it could be that when you deal with those things, then you'll be able to understand a little bit more of where God wants to take you. Anyway, God bless.